Oh hey, how y'all doing? I was just having a little ride today. Just having a little fun. Yeah. What's up? How's it going? I know it's been a little while since I've actually done a vlog, like a legitimate vlog, so that's what I am trying to do right now. Because I've just been posting ride videos and random junk. So hello. So much fun. So I thought I'd talk a few things today. First of all, car troubles. I've been having some legitimate troubles with my car, and that's not even my fault. It was a mechanic shop's fault. I went in for them to replace. I had a free voucher thing for to replace a broken wheel stud on my car. I'm going to slow down to give that guy some room so I can get some speed. All right. So yeah, I went in to have a broken wheel stud fixed because I had a voucher for get it fixed for free. And so I'm in there, getting it fixed. And of course they have to take the whole hub off the wheel, and when they were putting it back on and we were fixing it, they stripped the threads on the CV axle. So they were like, oh, we messed up, you know, we're gonna replace the CV axle for free for you. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So I sat there and waited, and then ended up taking a total of like 4 hours to get this whole job done, which sucked. So I sat there for 4 hours, and okay, went home, everything was great, la-di-da. And then a few days later, after a little while, I noticed that my car was leaking something. And so I jacked the car up in my garage, was looking at it, took everything out, or took the wheel off and everything, was looking in under there. And there was I couldn't tell if it was coming, what it was. I thought it was an oil leak, or either that or transmission, because honestly, it was really hard to tell where the leak was, because literally the whole underside of the transmission, the whole axle area, all the way back to the sway bar, the underside of the engine cradle and everything was all wet and fluid. And I thought it was oil, or either that or transmission fluid. So I called them up, took the car back in for a second time, had them look at it, figure out what the leak was. And what they thought, or what they discovered, was that the seal where the transmission, or where the axle goes up into the transmission, the seal was a little loose, so that's where the leak was coming from. So, okay, tighten up the seal, everything's great. Took it home. The next morning, I look underneath there, or I back it out of the garage, still leaking. So I just took it back in this morning to get it fixed. And basically what they discovered is that the CV axle that they replaced it with, that they had put on there in the first place, was the wrong one. And so literally the CV axle was a little loose in there, and it was loose enough that it was able to slide a little bit out of the transmission, and that allowed the transmission fluid to leak out. And so I've been there for the last 3 hours while they put the correct CV axle on there and everything. So hopefully it's fixed now. It just really pissed me off, because I was like, oh, you know, I'm going to go in and it's a 30 to 45 minute procedure. And it ended up taking 3 trips, causing a leak, and a total of, you know, probably 10 hours spent at the repair shop, just sitting there waiting for them to fix the dang thing between the 3 jobs. So it was a mess. I just realized I am going the total wrong direction right now. Alright, now we're going the right direction. But anyways, hopefully now the car's fixed, won't leak anymore and make a total mess of my garage, which I now have to clean up. I'm guessing like about half of the dang transmissions, the transmission fluid leaked out of the dang thing all over the garage floor, so now I have a mess everywhere to clean up. But that's fixed, so yay. Frick, man, it was awful. I suppose the one other thing that I can mention too, I just here just a little bit ago finished swapping out the spark plugs on the bike here, the Beast, and she is purring and running like greatness. Nice and smooth, feels very good. It was the first spark plug swap I've done with a bike because it wasn't due until now, so it still had the stock plugs in it, which were Denso something, whatever it is. I went ahead and put NGKs in, and they're great so far. It's, like I said, it's run very smoothly and very nice. The Gladius is a little bit weird. Well, the Gladius and also some of the later SV650s, I think, because they had almost the same motors. These are, of course, V-twins, but they have 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Dual spark. So you have one spark plug that's literally right on the top of the cylinder, like normal, and then you have another one that comes in from the side at like a 45-degree angle on the side of the cylinder. So it's a twin, but you need 4 plugs to swap out the spark plugs on this bike, which is not too big of a deal. Pretty easy to do. I mean, the only annoying parts were literally the 2 that are on the top of the cylinders, because one is literally right behind the radiator, so you have to try to, you have to pretty much remove the radiator, or you take all the bolts off, so it's pretty much holding on by the hoses, and you kind of push it forward so that way you can get to the plug. So that was a little bit tight, getting your hand in there and getting the wrench in there, or the socket, or ratchet, thank you, in there. And then same with the one on the back cylinder, because the tank props up, which is pretty easy to do, but then the top spark plug, the spark plug on the top of the back cylinder is almost right under the pivot point for where the tank sets up, so you don't have too much room down there either. So working in there was a little bit tight, but not too hard. But it was all in the preparation of this weekend, or getting ready for this weekend, or actually I guess it is a weekend right now, so next weekend, a week from today actually, the Mile High Motovlogger group and some people from out of state, I know Utah people and stuff like that are coming too. Dilla, I think she's coming. We're all doing Pikes Peak this year again, so that'll be coming next week for you guys, so watch for the video, because yeah, we're doing Pikes Peak, baby. Very, very famous road to ride, and so I'm really excited for that, because like a couple weeks ago there we did Mount Evans, which of course is the highest paved road in North America, so it's a little bit higher up than Pikes Peak, but I hear that Pikes Peak is just as beautiful and amazing, and like I said, it's a famous road. So I'm really excited to do Pikes Peak on the bike. I've driven up it before, but I have not done it on a bike, so I'm really excited to do it on the bike. So definitely stay tuned, next Sunday and early next week, because there will be a video coming out on our Pikes Peak trip. So definitely watch for that. I will see you guys next week. Have a good one. Nasser, I'm out. Peace. Oh, it's hot as tits.